Stewie. Come get your last view of it. Come get your last view of it, Stewie. Where is he? What? Oh, hey. He's like, I do not know what this door thing is, but Daddy, I'm scared. Get your last view of it, Stewie. Guy started driving this morning at like 8 o'clock to come get this from Cape Cod. And he is like a half an hour out. So it is leaving right now. That means new projects to...
Why are you such a sissy boy? Huh?
Alright guys, so I bid on cars today. I won one. Do not get all excited. This one, I told you I wanted to go back to budget builds. I didn't even really want this, but I was like, if it goes cheap enough, I'll get it. Everything was going expensive. I got this thing cheap, so I bought it. It might be a flop. It might not. Might have to do a good bit of work. I might not have to. It doesn't have high miles. It's not a high dollar car. It's not. We're back to the budget builds. They're more fun to do. I have the garage cleared out. You can see the dolly, so obviously it's not all-wheel drive. It's front-wheel drive. And also, I got the new updated version of that touchscreen that I put in the Lexus. And let me tell you, night and day difference. The one I put in the Lexus was, the company is PLZ, and it was like almost $60 for the one I put in the Lexus. That is the MP600. The new one is the MP800, and I just put one in my Scion, and let me tell you what, it is nice. It's like $10 more to get this one. Well worth it. Now the coolest thing with this one is it has the phone link mirroring. Supposedly that has it too. I have not successfully got it to work, but it downloaded an app, so it works on here. So I'm wondering if the app is what I needed for that one to work. Anyways, I do not advise you watch videos while you drive, okay? Because I'm definitely not going to do that. Anyways, you're supposed to wire the brake wire to the parking brake so you can't watch videos while you drive. Like I said, do not watch videos while you drive. But there's a way to get around that. If you run that brake wire to the ground wire, that opens it up so you can watch videos while you drive. You know, for your passenger. If your passenger wants to watch videos while you drive. Like YouTube. Anyways, it's real straightforward. There is a... one of those QR code or whatever, you scan with your phone, it downloads an app. After you download the app, as soon as you connect your phone, it asks you if you want to start, and it mirrors your phone. So let me show you that. Here's my phone. I just plugged it in. Okay. Oh, you have to plug it into the... In order for this to work, you must plug your phone into the radio and not into your charging plug. Okay. So boom. It says starting. You don't have to do any, well, the first time you do, you have to hit connect on there, but I just hit start now, and it mirrors my phone. Now if I turn my phone sideways, it goes full screen. So hold on a second.
Oh, hey.
Who's that guy?
You must be new here.
So not only that, if your passenger's watching, they can control that on the deck. It correlates with each other. This is like your back button. Exit out. So your passenger can read your text messages while you drive. Ha! Anyways, I just wanted to show you that neat little piece of tech. Since it was $70, it actually sounds half decent. And, I mean, it's way better than the cheap ones I get at Walmart, sound-wise. And it works really good. It actually has an equalizer that you can adjust your sound. I found that to be a little finicky. It's not quite accurate, but it does work. So anyways, I will get back to you guys tomorrow when I am on my way to get my new project. And this one actually is a project. The damage is very minimal, but I'm thinking there's some rusts going on. Either way, if this thing turns out to be a flop and it's extremely rusty and it's not safe for me to repair, I'm going to try a part out. If that's what it comes down to, I'll pull the motor, I'll pull the transmission. The interior's clean. There's a lot of good body parts. If that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do. So I'm like, I don't care. I didn't pay that much for it, so it doesn't bother me. Out the door price I paid for this car was $658. That's with all fees and everything included. Just remember to grab my Fox Peed jumper pack.
Every time I think about you, I bet this isn't how you remember me at all. 'Cause I go one step closer to bed before the midnight hour, and I'm just waiting for a faded lift ride home. One step closer to bed before the midnight hour, and I'm just waiting to do it all over. Don't keep sailing away into the edge of time. Wake up to find it all slipping away.
Alright, we are here to pick up our gem. Don't get too excited. I told you this is I didn't even really want this. So, whatever. I got it. It's cheap. We're gonna fix it, maybe. Maybe we'll tear it apart. I don't know what we're doing. I haven't seen it yet, so I gotta go pay for it and stuff, and I'll get right back to you.
I was breaking down. I've been falling into circles again. Is the future really possible without you? I'm realizing now I've been stuck here from the start. 'Cause I go one step closer to bed before the midnight hour, and I'm just waiting for a faded lift ride home. One step closer to bed before the midnight hour, and I'm just waiting to do it all over. Don't keep sailing away into the edge of time. Wake up to find it all slipping away. In the dark, in the rain, I was breaking down.
Well, guys, I can already tell you right now, this is not a fixer. I'm not fixing this. There's too much amount of rust. The suspension's clunking. It's rusty in a lot of places. The rockers were replaced. It's rusting above that. It looked like they just laid the rockers over top of the rust anyways. So, see, normally when you put a rocker on, you don't put silicone in between your joints there, and you can see the edge of it. Like they just laid it on there. I see pop rivets. Say pop riveted. Bottom of the doors are rusty. It's rusting above the rockers here. This is going to be a part out. And although the car is kind of a flop because it's not economically repairable, there are lots of good parts on it First, I'm going to try to sell it whole because I really don't have the space for all the parts. But if need be, I'm going to do that. The motor itself has 124,000 miles on it. Seemed to run and drive fine. There's no leaks. It's bone dry underneath, so good drivetrain. Lots of good panels. The interior is very nice. So there's more money in this than what I put in, what I paid for it. So I'm gonna get my money back out of this, guaranteed. So when I get back home, I'm gonna put this thing on the lift. Hopefully I can get it on the lift. I don't think the pinch welds are there anymore. I'll have to find some other place to put the lift arm, but we'll figure it out. I'll get it up in the air. And we'll go over it. I can see the exhaust has some patchwork. The rockers have patchwork. It wasn't fixed up right whenever they did it. Like when you do a rocker, you cut out the old piece, you weld in the new piece. This was pop riveted over top of the old one. I can tell you that right now. But besides that, it is a fairly low mileage engine and transmission, and there's some good stuff on it. So we'll go over it. Like I said, I'm going to try to sell it whole first. So you probably won't see any more videos on it. And if that doesn't pan out after a couple weeks, I'm going to start pulling it apart. So then we'll go over videos on that. I'll pull the drivetrain, the interior, everything that I possibly can, like fenders, hood, stuff like that, until we get down to the nitty-gritty. Now, I would normally throw some boards back here to save my bumper from getting ripped off. I really don't care. I really don't care on this one. I mean, motor itself sounds good. Look how crusty the shock caps are. I've actually seen worse, but that's just the top of the shocks. I wonder if this will run without the, yeah. Okay, so let's take this up into the garage. I don't know. Maybe it's not as bad as I think it is, but then again, maybe it's worse than I think it is. The fuel gauge has moved. There was more fuel in it when I first ran it. The suspension was very creaky. It's not doing it now. Huh. We'll get a look over it. I'm fairly certain we are not going to fix this. Oh yeah, it's clunky on that side. Oh, darn it. The air conditioning doesn't work. Darn it. Alright, so you guys heard it. It's healthy. It's the suspension's clunky. It's rusty. We just need to get it up in the air and look at the underside. This is a new method I've never seen. To keep moisture out of your headlights, put the silica gel packets on the inside of it. That's a nice touch. This thing hit something hard right here. It pushed the impact bar in. It's crinkled in. And that is the main damage and why they totaled it. But all the sketchy repairs, besides that, all in all, it doesn't look bad to look at it from a distance. This quarter panel has a wave in it, as you can see. The rear bumper and hatch and all this does not line up. So there's something going on right here. And that is latched, folks. That is latched. Yeah, look at the lines.
It's nice.
Peeling window tint. Interior, actually nice. I got a package and stuff in there. But anyways, rocker repair. Normally there was not a seam across here where this rocker's at. It's crusty right here. Right here above. There's actually some good metal in there, but this is all crusty. It's crusty here. These are solid, so they did put new rockers in, but they're dented on both sides. Dent right here, dent on the other side. The pinch weld, there's nothing left. right there. So I gotta find, let me find a good jacking point. Probably gonna have to jack up from the frame or the suspension or something. Something was clunking back here. Let's get it up and look at it. Now listen guys, I can tell you what I would do with this car, given I was making enough YouTube money to cover the expenses. I would take this thing out and thrash it. I would take it on an off-road course. I would beat the crap out of this thing. But it is very rusty. I've seen rustier cars, but this is so cheap of a car. This car fixed up, done, ready to sell. I can top dollar. You're gonna get $2,000 out of it, basically, in this area. So there's way more work, and it is, yeah, it's pretty crusty. Fuel tank straps are about done. The rear torsion suspension's not bad. The exhaust is patched. You can see the rubber from around the rear suspension is torn and off, which might be part of the clunking. You see how crusty it is here. Look at the body here, how crusty that is. The floorboard's probably about to rust through. The fuel filler neck is about done. The fuel tank straps are about done. I jacked it. Wow, that's really not where I wanted to jack it at. I wanted to jack it at the suspension points, like this one. So I might have to get a better job on that. Look at the rockers, gone. There's holes everywhere. Detached, pinch weld is detached right here. This whole section right here is what takes the worst abuse, and you can see it is gone. Same with this side. Looks like they might have sprayed it with something because it's wet. That is so crusty. If I would have jacked on that point, it would have just collapsed and caved in. This is solid right here where your suspension ties in, but still, that is pretty much gone. Exhaust, patchwork here, welded straight to the flange. Because the flange must have rusted out, so they added a piece. Hangers, not the best. Look at the floor here, crusty, 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 crusty. Yeah. Axle shaft leaking right here. The transmission pan, a little leaky. That's not that bad at all. Front end, here's your impact bar. That's why your AC doesn't work. Put a hole in the condenser. Radiator. I don't know if it has a hole in it or not. Looks like it does right there because the coolant was low. So, yeah, that's the brackets that hold the radiator bent. No, they're not. That's where they're supposed to be. So, this is just... It's a parts car, basically. That's what it amounts to. Axles don't look bad. Shocks, I probably would not reuse those. Good drivetrain, good panels, good interior. That's what this amounts to. So, if you want to see me destroy cars like this, you need to get on the ball and start sharing my videos so that I can do stuff like that affordably. I'm not going to lose my butt on a car just to have fun with it. So, you guys need to pick up the pace. This is not my doing. This is you guys' doing.
Who gave me money?
This is what happens. So anyways, somebody tried to jack up on the pinch welds, and that's why these rockers that they repaired, I think they did weld it in. Let me show you this. You can see the grind wheel marks. There was no effort at all. You can see underneath this, this is truck bed liner, or it's rubberized undercoating or something. I can see all of the grind wheel marks across there. I think it was welded, but there's a seam, crunch, pop rivets across the bottom, doors, crunchy. Actually, it hasn't come off yet. I bet you the inside. I haven't checked the inside of the door. I bet you it looks good. It comes down to this. This is not... You could repair this and try to put it back on the road. It would be very hard to get this to pass the enhanced inspection. On top of that, It's not really structurally sound. It's not really a safe car to rebuild. So that is another reason why I'm either selling it whole for parts or parting it out. This is not an unwrecker. This is, the safety comes first. This is not safe to repair. I mean, you could repair it. You could replace every piece of metal in there and stuff. You're going to have way over what it's worth. So, not repairing this one. If we do have more videos on this car, it's going to be me pulling the motor, transmission, gutting the interior, and stuff like that. Because this is, yeah, that's just what it is. But right now, I'm going to try to sell it whole so I can move it, so we can just keep moving on. I don't have much tied up in this, so I'm going to keep bidding on cars. So look for something else to come. Probably, maybe next episode, maybe the episode after that, because me and my wife are going to Hershey Park for our 10-year anniversary. This is our 10th year anniversary. So a happy anniversary to us. Today is September 4th. I know this video is probably a month behind. Just wanted to let you guys know that you're late for my anniversary. So if you have a package for me, my address is Mount Union. Just kidding, I don't want anything. So, anyways, if you guys have any suggestions for this car, it's probably already done to this point. But if I don't sell it after so long, I don't know. It would be a fun derby car. But we aren't having any derbies because of COVID, so I don't know. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you. So if you like this video, what are you doing? You better hit that like button! Consider subscribing. Hit that bell so you get notifications. Hit that dislike button if this is what all you haters have been waiting for. Look, I'm bothered. I'm upset. We'll see you in the next episode. Alright.